In these true 911 calls, the killers don't even try to hide their hideous crimes. 83-year-old Noel Lavery called 911 in September 2006 and confessed that he smothered his wife, 50-year-old Sherry Lavery, to death with a pillow. Was this an act of compassion or something more sinister?
Edmonton 911 emergency. Do you need police, fire, ambulance?
I have just smothered my wife.
I'm putting you through to police, sir.
Edmonton Police Service, I can help you.
I have just smothered my wife. My name is Noel Lavery. We live at 96 Melbourne Road East.
Okay. And what is your name again? It's Wolf?
My name is Noel.
Noel? Okay.
O-E-L.
Okay.
And I have...
What's your date of birth, Noel?
I beg your pardon?
What is your date of birth?
15th of July, 1928.
Okay.
What the hell has that got to do with the fact that I just murdered my wife?
Okay, I need the information from you.
All right. Okay. Ask on.
Okay, 15th of July, you said? 1928?
That's correct.
Okay. Is your wife ill, sir, or was she ill?
She was a very chronic alcoholic.
Okay. Was she drunk tonight, or what?
Yes, she was.
What is her name?
Her name was Sherry, S-H-E-R-R-Y, Lavery.
Okay. Okay, where is she now?
926 Melbourne Road East.
No, but where is she in the house now?
There.
Okay. Are you there or not?
Yes, I'm beside her.
Okay, in the bedroom?
Yes.
How old is she?
50. She's almost 51.
Okay.
Hello.
Yep.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm just typing here.
Yeah.
Is she breathing at all or not?
No, she's not.
Okay.
I put the pillow on her face.
Okay.
I have held it there until she stopped.
Okay. Okay, did you have an argument with her tonight, or?
Speak up, please.
Did you have an argument with her tonight?
No, it wasn't an argument.
Okay.
No, my wife has been a very chronic alcoholic.
Okay.
For quite some time. There's a whole medical history that will come out of this.
Okay.
Charlie, talk to me. What's going on there?
Okay, what caused you to do it tonight?
Which end?
Sorry?
I've been hang on a moment.
Yeah.
Now, I had been to my meeting, Men for Sobriety.
Okay.
Sherry has been in and out of hospitals with chronic alcoholism for some time.
Okay.
I'm considerably older than she is.
Yeah.
And we have tried. She's been through every program that ADAC possibly has.
Okay.
And to no avail.
Okay.
We drank tonight and we talked about it. This will all come out, there's no doubt. My wife is now dead.
Okay.
And I killed her. There's no argument or dispute about that.
Okay. Okay, and was it a mutual decision or was it your decision to do it?
We talked about it.
Okay.
She said she could not give me any promise of cure for her alcoholism.
Okay.
She is 51. I am 78. I am her sole and only caregiver. And I told her that I just couldn't do this anymore.
Okay.
I'm not denying anything. This is it and all. I put a pillow over her face, and she didn't feel any pain because she was chronically alcoholic and drunk.
Okay.
And I held it, and I held it, and I held it until I called you. Kevin, get the hell away. No, I have to leave. No, you don't.
Who's that?
No, Sherry is dead. This is my son-in-law trying to give her CPR. When? A long time ago.
Yeah.
This is my son-in-law trying to give her CPR.
Okay.
Get the police here as quick as you can. Are they on the way?
Yeah, should be on our way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to deny anything here. Get the police here, please. They're on their way. Sir, who am I speaking to?
Bert.
Bert, there's no point in us, you and I, carrying on a conversation. What is done is done.
Okay,
If the authorities are on the way, we will be here.
Okay, and that's your son, Kevin, that's there in the background?
That's my son-in-law, who rushed to try and give her CPR.
Okay.
And I made sure that she was gone before I made the phone call.
Okay, did your son-in-law live there or what?
I'm sorry?
Did your son-in-law, did you call him as well?
No, I didn't. I called my wife's daughter from my previous marriage.
Okay.
She called her husband, Kevin. Yet, there is really no need for us to continue this. If the authorities are on their way, what is done is done.
Okay.
The police coroner will want to have you take care of this. Okay. There are no excuses being made.
Okay.
Thank you, Bert.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, no.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
When Noel Lavery called 911 and told them that he had just smothered his bedridden wife, he also described that the decision was mutual based on his wife's incurable alcoholism. However, prosecutors believed that the man simply wanted his wife dead. Lavery allegedly had committed the act to end his wife's drunken suffering. In a taped interview with police, he said, "I don't regret what I've done. I was taking her pain away." Sherry had reportedly been an alcoholic and also suffered from depression. An autopsy revealed that she had so much alcohol and antidepressants in her system at the time of her death that the substances alone could have killed her. During court, an angry and heartbroken daughter of the couple, Lee Makariwicz, read out her victim impact statement. She was telling those in the courtroom of her mother's extraordinary personality and the love that her parents shared. She stated that her mental illness and addiction took her life long before Noel did, and she also said that she understood why her father did what he did, but that she wished that it happened differently. She did not speak well of the justice system, the Crown, Noel Lavery's lawyer, and the media. The Crown fought for the man who was acquitted of murder to be sentenced to 8 years behind bars for manslaughter, but the defense argued against this, fighting for a 2-year conditional sentence instead. In 2012, Justice Donna Shelley sentenced the man to 2 years of house arrest, stating that sending him to jail would not serve society. "He's already suffered the worst possible punishment," Shelley declared. "He's lost his wife after watching her suffer horribly for a long time. Mr. Lavery loved Mrs. Lavery a great deal, and he took exceptionally good care of her. He suffered greatly watching her suffer." At around 2:45 a.m. on Friday, November 7th, a Tennessee man, later identified as Joseph Parker, called 911, claiming to have murdered his wife with a .38 caliber handgun on their 12th wedding anniversary. In the chilling 911 tape, in a soft, matter-of-fact voice, Joseph thoroughly describes his gruesome crime to the emergency operator.
911 location of your emergency.
Yes.
You're in Springfield?
Yes, Springfield, Tennessee. It's right behind Oakland Farms.
Okay, what's going on?
All right, this is what's happened. I've been married 12 years. On the 4th, which would have been 2 nights ago at 4 a.m., I shot my wife in the temple of her head. I thought I killed her. And I put her in the freezer out in the garage. Well, I checked on her tonight, and she's not dead. She's got a big hole in the temple of her head, and to get her body moved around in there, I think I broke her wrist. You know, she was frozen from being in the thing. She's been in this thing 48 hours now. This is no prank call. I need somebody to get out there and help her. I've cleared the premises. I've got away. You know, I'm not going to be there. But I promise you this is a legit call, and I need somebody to get out there and help her, because I still love her. It's hard to believe that after that, you know, but, you know, I need to get somebody out there to help her.
Okay, what happened that caused you to do that?
It's a long story. Don't want to get into it. Just want to get into getting somebody out there to help her. I left the front door open. I left all the lights on in the house, so it would be kind of easy to spot. It's the last house on the right. But I left the front door open, and she's in the garage. You go through the kitchen to get into the garage, and you'll see her once you get in the garage. And she's a mess. She can't talk. I could get her to blink. Blink once means yes. Blink twice means no. And so I told her, I'm going to go around the road 10, 15 miles. I'm going to call 911 and get you some help out here. I thought she'd been dead 2 days. And when I checked on her, she was still alive. She's been frozen for 2 days. She's frozen solid. It's amazing she's still alive. She's got a big hole in the temple of her head. I shot her with a 38 caliber handgun. And there's a big hole in the temple of her head. I didn't see an exit wound.
What is her name?
Samantha Parker.
She a white female?
Yes.
How old is she?
43 years old.
And how long ago did you leave there?
An hour ago.
And that's the last time you saw her?
Yes, that's the last time I saw her.
And she was still in the garage?
Yes, she's still in the garage. I made her as comfortable as I could make her. She tried to drink a little water. She's in bad shape. Really need to get somebody out there to help her.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Joe. I'll just leave it at that. Don't want to get arrested tonight and all that. So we don't have a history of domestic disputes. You know, we've never had to call police or nothing. We just had a real bad night a couple of nights ago. And we really need somebody to get out there and help her.
Okay, we'll send somebody out there to her.
Yeah, I mean, it's like urgent. You know, I think she's dying. You know, she got a big hole where the temple of your head is. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love her. I still love her. You know, I've loved her every day I've been married to her. She's had a rough stretch here. So anyway, telling him she's still alive, and now I want to get her somebody to help her that knows what they're doing.
Okay, we'll send somebody out there.
All right, what was your first name?
I'm not going to give you my name, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, make a note on there. I left the front door open, and all the lights are on. And you go to the garage. You can't yell for you. You can't yell. But you go to the garage. That's where you'll see her once you get to the garage.
Okay. We'll send somebody out there.
If she needs, paramedics, she needs everything. She needs an ambulance. She needs trauma. She's trauma. I mean, she's a trauma patient. She might need a helicopter. So please get somebody to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
When police officers arrived at the address on Clydesdale Lane, they discovered the partially dismembered body of Samantha Parker stuffed inside a freezer in the garage. Parker fled the scene before the authorities could arrive. The killer said he had been married to his 43-year-old wife for 12 years, and they had never had any domestic problems in the past. According to Joseph, what led to the terrible turn of events was a real bad night the couple had a few days prior. Springfield Police Chief David Thompson confirmed that the police had never been called to the couple's home. Samantha Parker was described as a woman who kept to herself most of the time. Though she had a car, she was rarely seen going out. As news about Samantha Parker's death and her husband's confession spread throughout the quiet Oakland Farms subdivision that morning, the couple's neighbors couldn't contain their shock.
I catch myself every time I come outside. I do look over there. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I look, and it makes you just think, the image of just knowing that she was in there, and the way that it happened, it just makes you sad.
Chloe Crabtree lived with her parents next to the Parkers. She described Joseph Parker as a very stern man who kept to himself. "I didn't really see them go out," Crabtree said. "He always parked inside the garage, and I would see him leaving in the mornings. I rarely saw her car leave. They were very quiet, the kind of people who never left the blinds open." The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation pursued Parker, U.S. Marshal Service, and local police officials from Tennessee and Kentucky at about 3:20 p.m. Friday. State troopers managed to get behind the suspect on the run on Interstate 65 North. Joseph had previously called the police and said he was going to Chattanooga, but the police did not believe him. The authorities were able to pinpoint his location from his cell phone in Nashville, Kentucky. However, he didn't want to be taken alive. Parker pulled out his gun and shot himself when he came to a traffic stop near mile marker 12 on Interstate 65 in Kentucky.
While units were conveying in on the car, Mr. Parker took his own life while sitting in his white Toyota Camry.
A year after the incident, the couple's daughter, Mackenzie Parker, celebrated both her parents' lives. Balloons were released in memory of her parents. She said, "Today I find myself missing both of them equally. They showed me what I would like to have in a marriage someday." In October 2014, 59-year-old Alan Fortunia explained in a 911 call why he killed his former supervisor, Stephen Swan. He then shot himself following a SWAT standoff.
Nassau County 911, where's your emergency? Hello?
You there?
I'm here. What is your emergency?
There's no emergency. I'm at a standoff with police on Arrigo Boulevard.
Okay, and what is your name?
Alan Fortuné.
Okay, Alan, what's going on? Lisa. Are you the one that's shooting at the police, Alan?
You bet.
Okay. Why are you doing that?
Well, it's a long story, sweetheart.
Okay. Well, tell me what's going on, okay? I've got the suit on.
In 2005, while I was employed at Portsmouth Naval Shipyard.
Okay, what happened at the Naval Shipyard?
I had a supervisor that came after me and targeted me, and his name was Stephen G. Swan.
Okay, and what happened with that?
Well, this guy was trying to make a name for himself, and he went through the craftsmanship, one name at a time. And please don't try to distract me. I'm armed, and I'm aware. SO3, SO8, go ahead.
Okay, and
so
what?
This guy kept coming after me, until eventually he got me laid off as a threat to the nation under the Patriot Act. Now, that lasted for about 2 years, and they gave me a retirement.
Okay.
But I didn't particularly care for his deployment tactics. You see, this guy was a narcissistic individual, to do anything he could to get ahead. And I wasn't the only one that he targeted.
Right.
In 2009, 2010, somewhere in there, the Navy filed charges against this guy.
The Navy filed charges against him?
The Navy filed charges against him and a man called Alan Beck. And this is going to get real complicated. In the end, there was an investigation from a team came down from Atlanta. And they did an investigation, and they gave Alan Beck and Steve Swan 2 weeks off. The only thing that Mr. Swan confessed to was micromanaging. Now, this wasn't only Shop 38 at TRF. There was other shops involved, and there was other supervisors involved. And they all went on the beach with time off. But by then, I had been in a leave without pay status. Now, some people say I was crazy. Okay, fair enough. I could have spent my whole rest of my life in silence, which would have proved them wrong, but I would have not got any restitution. Steve Swan was up for retirement. I went to Walmart at the end of the street, and I saw him there, and I ran the son of a bitch over.
Okay, so he was able to retire?
Not for another year.
So you ran over him at Walmart today?
Yes. You know what?
What?
This was really just happenstance. I didn't go looking for the guy.
Right.
But
you just saw him there?
I saw him there.
Okay, well, what can we do for you right now?
You can listen to my story because I'm a dead man anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm listening, okay?
I want it all documented, and it's going to take a lot of time. If you tell the police to fucking pull back, I'll tell you my story, and this will end up happening. I won't be shooting at fucking officers again. But the next time I see a police officer draw a 40mm, a 40 caliber sidearm on me again, I will shoot to kill.
Okay, Mr. Fortuna?
Yes.
Okay. The officers on the scene want you to come out the back door with your hands up.
Fuck you, that ain't happening.
Okay, they want to resolve it, and they want to hear your story.
They're not resolving shit, because in order to hear my story, I'm going to lose all my pensions and go to jail for life. So you might as well consider me suicidal.
Okay, I'm listening. Okay, just keep talking, okay?
Let me ask you something. There's a white pickup truck behind the northeast corner of my house. Is there still an officer behind there?
I don't know, sir. I'm not.
You don't? Well, we're going to find out.
Okay. Mr. Fortuna, please don't fire any more shots. Okay? Please do not fire your gun again.
Well, I tell you what. Tell them to back the fuck off, and we'll end up in a resolution here. They can stand out at the street all they want, but if you're trying to fucking make time for them to maneuver in position, it's not going to happen.
Okay, sir. So you're telling me you want them to back off to the street?
That's absolutely right.
Okay, all right. Hold on for me just a moment. Let me talk to the dispatcher, okay?
Yeah.
Lisa, who says for them to back off? Who wants them back to the street, not to come near a town? And he's suicidal. What do you say?
You there?
I'm here. I told the dispatcher that you want them to the street.
Let's get personal, because I know how this works. What's your first name?
My name is Linda.
Hi, Linda. My name's Alan.
Okay, Alan. You know, I would like to try to help you resolve this and to work out whatever issues are going on, okay?
No, you're not.
No, I am.
No, you can't do anything. Judge Foster, he's a fucking asshole. You know what? I already went down his lane with a divorce.
Okay.
You know, the United States Air Force, these fucking people, you go look up William Hawley and ask him how come he was punching on me all the time and how come he never filled up my performance reports.
Who was he?
William Hawley. He was my supervisor out at the 125th Air Refueling Squadron.
Were you in the Air Force?
I was in the Air National Guard, but I was active duty Air Force. You point this out on your report there, darling. I got 50 years working for the United States government, and I am a 2-time war veteran. You make sure that gets in there.
Okay, I'm listening, Alan.
I didn't know how type you could how fast you could type.
Well, I probably can't type as fast as you can talk, but
sorry.
I am listening to your story. That's right.
All right. You know, I never really wanted this to happen this way.
Well, you know, you're the one that can make it happen a different way.
No. The United States government pushed me into a corner because they wanted to prove a point. And now I'm going to prove a point. And you need to look up a commanding officer called Leo Seydoux. I don't know how to spell his last name, but he was the commanding officer of Trident Refit Facility in 2007.
What's his last name? Fago?
Seydoux, Fadeau, or something like that.
And who?
Shouldn't be too much trouble.
What base was he in command? You said
Trident Refit Facility, Kings Bay, Georgia.
Okay, and what about him?
He was the one that supported this Steve Swan and all these other shop supervisors for coming after employees and trying to teach everybody a lesson.
So they were coming after other employees?
Absolutely. In other words, Leo Seydoux and the supervisors that were under his command created a hostile work environment.
Okay, Alan, I'm still listening.
Now, before I get too wound up on the Navy and the Air Force and everything else, I'm going to come after Judge Foster.
Okay, what do you mean when you say you're going to come after him?
Well, I figure this is probably going to make the newspaper, so I might as well get the facts straight. I'm not going to come after him because there's no way I'm leaving this house alive. Nah. I know you're keying in on all those negative thoughts. I'm going to kill myself and all this other stuff.
Well, is that what you're saying, that you're going to kill yourself?
Depends.
What does it depend on?
How this ends up.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you not to hurt anyone else. And I don't want you to hurt yourself either.
Well,
but it's
the
very
first part, I can't, agree to the first part or second part. But I'll tell you, I'll go this way. I'm not going to hurt any civilians. This is between me and the police department. Now, they want to come out here with weapons drawn? Fine.
Okay, so what are you saying exactly about the police?
If there's any kind of a breach on this house, it's going to end badly.
Okay. Are you the only one inside?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Is anybody inside that's injured?
No.
Is there anybody inside with you that's in danger?
Possibly. Let me go this way. You might as well start clearing the neighborhood because this house is fucking rigged for an explosion.
What kind of explosion?
I'm not going to tell you that, but it's directional.
What's the street address? Female and a child run from the house. They are currently inside.
And when you say it's directional, what does that mean? It's some sort of propellant or what? What are you talking about?
I tell you what, I got 50 years all working for the military, 27 as a civilian on nuclear subs, and 16 working for the Air Force. You figure it out.
Okay. Well, I don't have military experience, so I don't really know.
That's unfortunate for you. I'm just going to tell you this. There's enough explosives in here right now to where things are going to be very bad. And I know you call it SWAT. See, I know how this works, but you're never going to get back to Judge Foster, are you? You're trying to essay the surveillance, establish a perimeter. I got it.
Okay.
This is going to end up badly.
Okay. Well, when you say it's going to end badly, what do you mean?
I tell you what, use your imagination.
Okay. Well, I am, but I just need a little help here. You know?
I tell you what, give me 5 minutes, call me back. Cops come in here, it's going to turn into a fucking shootout. I'm armed with the 223.
What is your phone number?
You should have it on file.
Okay. He just hung up on me. He told me to give him 5 minutes and call him back. He said they better clear the neighborhood. There's going to be a big explosion, and it's going to be directional.
According to Nassau County Sheriff's Office, Under Sheriff George Luders swam as the former supervisor of Fortunia at the Trident Refit facility on the Naval Submarine Base Kings Bay. The suspect started working at the shop in 1997 and voluntarily retired in July 2010. Fortunia allegedly blamed Swan and another supervisor for losing his job. He made several death threats in the past to Swan for ruining his career. The scorned ex-employee had a history of violent behavior. In 2007, he was taken into custody under the Baker Act for threatening to kill himself. Police found notes at the scene indicating he had been suicidal for some time now. Shortly after, he was served with an injunction for protection in divorcing his wife and arrested for contempt of court in 2005. Fortunia happened to see Swan at a Yulee Walmart, and something snapped. Surveillance footage showed Fortunia intentionally running over Swan with his car, then getting out of the vehicle and pummeling him on the ground. Witnesses who saw the unfolding of the events called the police and followed the suspect to his home on Arrigo Boulevard in Fernandina Beach. According to Luders, Fortunia barricaded himself inside his home and settled into a standoff with deputies, who called in a SWAT team from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office to negotiate with him. In his final call, Fortunia said he wanted the operator to make sure that the man he killed in the parking lot was Swan.
You want, sir?
911?
Yes.
I said, let me talk to the person I was talking to before. I live on...
All right, hold on 1 second. Alan?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Linda.
Hi, Linda.
What's going on?
I want you to do me a favor. I'm going to hang up.
Okay.
Again.
Why?
Because I want you to confirm to me that the person that I killed in the Walmart parking lot was Steve Swan. I can't live with myself if I thought I killed somebody that wasn't him. When you find that out, call me back.
Okay.
He should have had a wallet in his pocket that would have identified him.
All right, and tell me, what's his first name again? Just confirm it for me.
Steve, S-T-E-V-E-N. Swan, S-W-A-N. Call me back.
Okay, I'll call you back.
When SWAT officers finally entered the home, they found Fortunia dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators also found a makeshift bomb that did not detonate inside the home. Swan succumbed to the injuries he sustained. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Are there any 911 confessions that you can't forget? Let me know in the comments below so I can check out the stories. In July 2018, a harrowing phone call was made to emergency services. 84-year-old Lawrence Franks confessed to killing his demented wife with an iron pole after he could no longer cope with her illness, believing that it was an act of mercy.
Hello, it's Northwest Ambulance Service here. Just tell me exactly what's happened.
I've killed my wife.
You've killed your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, just tell me exactly what happened. What exactly has happened?
She can't walk.
Right.
Incontinent.
Okay.
And I can't cope.
Okay.
So I've killed her.
Right. Are you with the patient now?
Yeah.
Right. How old is the patient?
86.
Were any weapons involved?
Only a lump of iron.
A lump of iron. Okay. Is there any serious bleeding?
Not really.
Are you right by her now?
No, she's in the bedroom.
Are you able to go to her with the phone?
No.
You can't go to her? What's stopping you from going to her?
What do you want to know?
I just want to try and help her.
She's dead.
She's dead. Okay, we're sending you some help right away. We're going to get there as quickly as we can, okay?
How he's done it? What's he done?
He's hit her with a bone, smothered her.
Next door, don't ruin it.
Say that again, sorry?
There's a little girl's party next door. Don't use sirens and spoil it.
Okay, well, we just need to come and help her as quickly as we can.
She's dead. That's all there is.
Okay, we're going to get some help there as soon as we can.
Thank you. The police have just arrived.
Have the police arrived there now?
Yes. This is the ambulance.
Take a seat for me, sir. Hello, the police.
Okay, you're there with them now?
We are, yeah.
All right, I'll leave you with them. Thank you.
The killing allegedly happened after the former bus driver and lifeguard's wife, Patricia, had not recognized him. In an act of desperation, he struck her on the back of her neck multiple times with an iron scaffolding pole as she lay in their bed in their home on Francis Road in Gatley, Stockport. To make sure that his beloved wife was truly dead, he then smothered her with a pillow. According to authorities, the couple had been married for over 60 years and were devoted entirely to one another. When Patricia had been diagnosed with dementia about 10 years prior, they tried to live life as normal. They continued to go on holidays together, and Franks had made alterations to their home to make living easier as they age. Franks had promised his wife that he would never place her in a care facility and vowed to live out their days together at home. But as the 86-year-old's dementia worsened to the point that she was incontinent and unable to walk, and he had recently been in hospital for a hernia, he could no longer cope with both his wife's and his own deteriorating health, and knew he would soon have to break his promise. The day he killed her, she no longer recognized her dear husband, and this was his devastating breaking point. In her younger years, Patricia had worked for the NHS as a pharmacy assistant for 30 years, and in her time, she had reportedly witnessed negative experiences of elderly patients. Defense's Vanessa Thomas stated in court that it was an unfortunate case and that Franks knew he could no longer give her the adequate care she needed, but he also knew he could not put her in a care home where he felt she would be left to rot. Doctors ruled that Lawrence Franks had suffered from adjustment disorder, which had impaired his ability to make a rational judgment. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter with diminished responsibility at Manchester Crown Court. Judge David Stockdale described the case as extraordinary and heartrending, and his 2-year prison sentence was suspended. Franks was, however, ordered to undergo a 20-day rehabilitation activity course. Mad Dog Rowland strangled his fiancée, Lauren Griffiths, to death in April 2019. He confessed to killing her, claiming that he had done it in self-defense and that Griffiths had been the first to attack.
Now, sir, you're the patient?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me exactly what's happened.
I've killed my fiancée by mistake.
Pardon? Right, are you the patient, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so you said you're the patient?
Yes.
Right, okay. Right, tell me exactly what's happened to your fiancée.
She's dead.
Right, how is she dead?
Because I've killed her.
Right, how have you killed her, sir?
I strangled her.
Mad Dog Rowlands and his fiancée, Lauren Griffiths, were spotted on CCTV shopping in Lytle and Maindee Road together on April 28th, the day before she was killed. The couple returned to their flat in Glenrhonda Street, Cathays. The next day, on April 29th, CCTV footage captured Rowlands leaving the flat with his victim's bag. The couple were going to get married only a month later and had been planning a pagan ceremony at his request. They had moved to Cardiff in 2017 after Rowlands took up a computer animation course at the University of South Wales. Griffiths was working at McDonald's and was saving up to put down a deposit. In 2018, they moved into their flat, where she would meet her demise at the hands of her fiancé. They got engaged that same year. Financial troubles were rumored to have led the couple to spend a lot of time in their flat without really going out. Rowlands, who had been arrested previously for strangling his fiancée, purchased some items, including garbage bags, and withdrew £250 from Griffith's bank account and allegedly had drugs and pizza delivered to his home before he contacted 999 only a day later. He reported that he had killed the victim by mistake and that he had lost consciousness defending himself. Rowlands had allegedly strangled his fiancée the same way a year prior after she had broken his laptop, but instead of pressing charges, his fiancée wanted him to get help. Then, a year later, the same man and the same form of attack took her life. Rowlands was arrested by PC Michael Lord and charged with murder. The jury delivered a unanimous verdict and Rowlands was sentenced to life in prison. Lauren Griffiths from Oswestry, Shropshire, was described as happy, bubbly, and popular in court. Her fiancé and now killer had been described as quite the opposite, reportedly as being self-absorbed and remorseless. Jealous Trumbull County man 60-year-old Ricky Green confessed to 911 that he had shot his wife, Janelle Green, in their Green Township home because he believed that she was being unfaithful.
911, what is your emergency?
Is this sheriff's department?
Yes?
I just killed my wife. I need you to come out here to 2594 Wakefield Creek Road. Bring an ambulance and a sheriff. My dogs are in the backyard.
Okay, how did you do this?
I shot her with a fucking shotgun.
Alright, what's your name?
Ricky Green.
Ricky Green?
Yes. The shotgun's laying on the floor, on the couch. Tell them to come up here, bring an ambulance. I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Okay, where is she at, sir?
And she's sitting in a here in my house. I just shot her. Send the deputy sheriff.
Okay. Why did you do this?
Well, because she's been on me since December the 6th, and she come home tonight and told me she won't know me again. I'm trying to get a divorce from her, and she won't leave, and she just have nothing. Send a deputy sheriff.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Okay. Yeah, we're sending them now. I just want to...
Send them now. I'm telling you.
Your phone number?
That's her phone number. It's a cell phone. You need to send a deputy sheriff. You can send an ambulance, but I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Okay, what was...
I will not pick up this weapon again.
Okay, and where are you going to be in the house?
I'll be at the door.
Okay, and what's her name, sir?
Ricky Green.
Ricky?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that short for something else?
No, ma'am. 2594 Wakefield Creek Road is the house up in the back.
House in the back here in Green Township, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In January 2016, Ricky Green and his wife Janelle Green reportedly had an argument in which Green had asked his wife for a divorce, but she refused to leave. Green confessed to shooting her while she had been sitting in a chair in their Green Township home. Green's initial story to the police was that he had shot his wife out of anger upon discovering that she had been unfaithful. He claimed that she threatened that her new boyfriend would drown him, and that was when he allegedly got his gun. However, his story changed, and in court, Green claimed that he had begged his wife for a divorce, promising to give her anything she wanted, but she allegedly looked at him and said, "Why don't you die?" His anger had reportedly gotten the better of him, and he shot her out of sheer rage. Another claim made by Green during investigations was that the shooting had been accidental. But Trumbull County prosecutor Chris Becker disputed his new claims of the event, questioning why he did not mention her death being accidental to the police or anybody else before. In August that same year, Judge Peter Contos gave the killer the maximum sentence of 18 years to life imprisonment for killing his wife. Green avoided making eye contact with any of his wife's family members during court, even when they addressed him directly. Janelle's brother, Craig Borsey, responded to his story by saying, "Nice story, Rick. Too bad nobody is going to believe that. Obviously, what you've done to our family is disgusting, and what you've done to Janelle is even more." On March 7, 2018, a 60-year-old man dialed 911 and confessed to shooting a younger man named Robert Irvine to death in his home. The younger man hadn't broken into the older man's house. The older man hadn't protected himself against a home intruder, but had planned and prepared to kill Robert Irvine. What makes this 911 call even more surprising is that the dispatcher recognized the killer's voice as Joseph Milniak, a former Wyoming County Sheriff's deputy.
Wyoming County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
This is Joe Milnick.
Yeah, Joe, what's going on?
Sent a whole bunch of units. I just shot and killed somebody at my house.
What, Joe?
You heard me. I just shot and killed somebody at my house.
Would they break in or something, Joe?
No, I shot and killed them.
Where's the gun?
The gun will be out on the porch. I will be laying down on the porch, face down.
All right. And you sure they're dead, Joe?
They're dead. I shot them in the head.
All right. Let me get some people heading that way.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The once respected sheriff's deputy, who had also been in the Army, was a predator who abused his position and took advantage of young men who he coerced into sexual relationships. These men would often have no money or need food and shelter, which Milniak was happy to provide if he got something in return. Sexual abuse allegations had been made against the retired deputy, and 32-year-old Robert Irvine intended to tell police what Milniak had done to him. The night before he was murdered, Irvine had told Milniak to turn himself in or put a bullet in his head. Fearing how he would be treated in prison, being a retired sheriff's deputy, Milniak searched online to find out how police officers were treated in prison. Unaware that the allegations fell outside the statute of limitations, Joseph Milniak invited Irvine to his house in Perry, a town in Wyoming County, New York, on March 7th with the intention to kill him. When Robert Irvine arrived at Joseph Milniak's house, Milniak offered him a drink but instead went to the bathroom where he retrieved the .45 caliber handgun he had earlier removed from his cabinet and loaded. Milniak confronted Irvine and took a shot but missed. Robert Irvine started to run from the house, but Milniak pursued him whilst continuing to fire his weapon. Robert Irvine was hit 3 times, in the back, in the leg, and in the midsection. He fell to the ground and begged Milniak not to shoot him again, but Milniak ignored his cries for help and fired a single shot into his head. Joseph Milniak then called Robert Irvine's roommate and told him what he had done before calling 911. To avoid being further shamed for his behavior, Joseph Milniak took a plea which avoided any of the young men he had abused being called to testify during a trial. Milniak pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 15 years to life. Being 60 years old at the time of the crime, the disgraced former sheriff's deputy will most likely die in prison. A 10-year marriage ended with 2 dead after a dispute over electric services, and 2 children witnessed the shooting.
Communications, Crump. Hi, good morning, afternoon. I just wanted to call. And I know the police have been called out here before, but I wanted to get on record. My ex-husband, we're still in the same home. I came home, and he basically locked me completely out of my home. He then basically roundabout said that if he cannot get back in, he's going to do something to the home while we're in here. What I don't want, I just want it on record that he made he didn't physically do anything other than lock us out of the house. But it was an implied threat, and I just want it on record, if you can.
All right, let's get a deputy to talk to you on the phone so that way you can discuss this and have a event number documenting what you're saying, okay? What's your name?
Okay, my name is Marcia.
What's your phone number? Is he there now?
No, he's gone. He's left. He literally turned off power, turned everything so we didn't have to get in. I had to get a locksmith to break into my own home.
What's your ex-husband's name? Do you know his date of birth? Okay. So he threatened to destroy the house, or did he threaten bodily harm?
He didn't threaten bodily harm. It was an implied threat. Basically, I'm going to go back. The last time he called the sheriff out here, it was because he wanted to sleep at 10 o'clock because I was cooking. Now, the second thing that triggered him is because he wanted $50 for the light bill. So what he did was he intentionally turned off all of the electricity, locked a lockbox that is owned by Duke Energy so that I couldn't get to it, and he locked me out of my garage so that I could not get in. So even if I had my remote, I couldn't get in, and if I wanted to just come in through I couldn't even lift the garage if I wanted to. So he intentionally did it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have the deputy reach out to you. It will come from a blocked or private number, so just make sure that you answer that, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Take care.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, there's just been a fight and a shooting.
There's been a fighting and a shooting?
Yes.
What's the address?
Yes.
Okay, and what exactly happened?
I was coming home. There was an alarm in the system. It's like an engine in the home. And I was coming inside. I was happy to find out what was going on. I turned off the electricity. I had the electricity turned off. She didn't want me into the house. I got into the house. And my son attacked me. He was running home with her. He attacked me. I had my weapon on me. While they were attacking me, I shot him.
You shot him?
Yes, I shot him and his mother. He's still alive right now, but his mother's not. I don't know. She could be alive. I don't know.
Okay, are either of them conscious and breathing right now?
I'm outside. Hold on.
Where's the gun right now?
It's on me, and he's conscious and breathing.
Okay, where's the gun right now?
It's on me.
Can you secure that weapon for me?
Yes.
And so your son tried to attack you and you shot him by defending yourself?
Well, it's not my son. It's her son. Yes. Yes. I shot him, and I shot her. I basically was on top of me, and I was fighting, and in order to get off me, I basically shot him. Yeah, because I think I shot her.
What is your name? Are you able to put pressure on the wound on the son?
I'm really not right now.
Okay, if you don't want to do that, then I need you to set that gun down, and I need you to meet law enforcement outside. Okay?
Yeah, I'm already outside. I'm trying to go back, but I'm not sure how to.
I want you to go put the gun inside.
It's already secured.
Where is it secured at?
It's secured in a lockbox.
Okay, and you said your address was 1.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Your last name. Who's this phone that you're calling me from?
What's the other one? It's another my phone as well. I don't know the number. I just got this phone.
Okay. Are you out on the property right now?
I'm in. I can't think. I'm in the car.
What kind of car are you? Take a deep breath for me, okay? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. What kind of car are you in? What kind of car are you in?
Forte.
What color is it?
White.
Okay, you're doing a good job. I just want you to take a deep breath, okay? I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you to sit there and wait for law enforcement to come, okay? There's going to be a bunch of them coming. I don't want you to freak out. I want you to keep your hands where they can see them, okay? They're going to give you instructions when they get there. You need to follow those instructions to the T, okay?
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, where's your wife and her son? Are they still inside?
Yes.
Where did you shoot them at?
I don't know.
You're not going to try to go anywhere, correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm here. I'm here.
Where's the lockbox at?
The lockbox is in the car.
Can you throw the lockbox out of the car? Let me know where you're putting that lockbox.
Yeah.
Where's that lockbox?
Right here.
Can you set it on the ground outside?
Yeah.
I need you to do that for me. Set the lockbox on the ground outside and let me know when you've done that.
Yeah.
I need you to talk to me.
Yeah.
I need you to talk to me. I need you to put that lockbox on the ground outside if you're going to wait in your vehicle. I don't want that weapon anywhere near you when law enforcement gets there.
Yeah.
Can you put that lockbox outside?
Yeah.
Okay, do that for me right now, and let me know when it's done.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hear anything moving.
I did it. I did it.
The lockbox is outside on the ground now?
Yes.
Okay, and you're still inside the car, correct?
Yeah, I'm inside. I'm inside.
Do you have any other weapons with you in the car?
No. No.
Where did you shoot them at?
I don't know. I was trying to get them off, man. I shot them. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Take a deep breath.
I don't know, man.
Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, okay?
Yeah, she was dabbing me, trying to get in, while you trying to hit me and trying to hit me.
What's important right now is that you do your best to stay calm, okay? What's done is done. You can't change that. But what you can change is how we move forward from here, okay? I need you to take a deep breath and stay calm. You hear?
Yeah.
Where's your hands at right now?
My hands fell.
Can you keep them on the top of the steering wheel for me? There's going to be several officers coming. I don't want you to give them any reason to think you may have another weapon.
Okay.
Keep your hands where they can see them. You just keep me on the phone, okay?
Yeah.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, goodness. The kids are inside.
There's kids inside?
Yeah, the kids are inside. The man is inside by himself in the room. Yes, the kids are inside by themselves.
How old are the kids?
Like 5 and 6.
Okay, and you didn't shoot them, did you?
Oh, no! The kids.
They're locked in their room?
No, they're not locked. They're in the room. Doors open. Do you want me to go back inside?
No, I want you to stay in the car.
Okay, all right.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car until an officer there tells you otherwise.
Yeah.
You're still in the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just keep me on the phone, okay? What are the kids' names inside?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay.
Blood pressure.
I don't want you to do anything right now except sit in that car. I don't want you to move. I don't want you to get out. I don't want you to do anything but sit in that car and keep your hands on that steering wheel, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Just keep your hands on the steering wheel. Tell me how the fight started.
I was coming in the house. The alarm was off. But the alarm went off. And so I came to the house because I turned the electricity off and turned everything off, leaving. So when the alarm came on and somebody had to do something with and I looked at the camera turned around or whatever. And so I came inside the house and see that everything was on. And so ex-wife said my son was here. And so I was going inside, so I turned the lights off and we had to be bickering about some lights or whatever. And I said no, because the lights are in my name, so I turned it off until she can get everything in her name. And she go inside the house. She kind of jumped with me. We went to the doorway, pushed through the doorway, and her son came from behind me. And they attacked from behind me. And she pushed her and she just said, get him. You know, and so he was trying to fight me, and she was trying to hold me while he was hitting me, and so they basically broke into the house, and I had the lights stuff turned on, and they turned the cameras and everything on. So now they attacked me when I went in there to turn the lights on. That's when they attacked me.
Okay, and you were just trying to defend yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, remember what I said. You can't control what's already been done, but you can control how we move forward from here, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want you to be alarmed by the amount of people coming. I don't want you to get scared and panic and try to run anywhere. I want you to do your best to remain as calm as you can and just sit in that vehicle until law enforcement tells you otherwise, okay?
Okay.
You're doing good at remaining calm so far. I don't want anything to escalate from here.
Okay.
And that lockbox is outside of the car, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there's no other weapons in the car?
No.
Okay. Any pets or anything in the house?
No.
Where do you work?
I don't work anywhere.
What do you do throughout the day? Any hobbies or anything you like to do? My name's Chris. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being cooperative with me and listening to me.
Okay.
I can start giving you directions.
Okay. Enforcement's arriving on scene. I'm going to give you some instructions that they're asking me to tell you, okay?
Okay.
And I need you to follow these instructions to the best of your ability, okay?
Okay.
I want you to open your car door, and I want you to step out slowly with both of your hands up in the air, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Put me on speaker. Keep your phone in your left hand, okay?
Okay. We'll do it right now?
Yes, do it right now.
Okay.
When deputies arrived at the Daytona Park Estates home just before 8 p.m., 47-year-old Michael D. Williams was sitting in a vehicle parked in the driveway. He surrendered and was taken into custody without incident. Officers then entered the home and found both victims, 48-year-old Marcia E. Banks Williams and her son, 28-year-old Robert Adams, deceased in the house. Adams's two children, ages 5 and 6, were also found in the house, unharmed. Detectives determined the defendant and his ex-wife had been involved in an ongoing dispute over domestic issues, including electrical power to the house. The couple was both still living together following their divorce in June. They had been married for 10 years. The victim and defendant had each called the sheriff's office on occasion over the past several months to document verbal arguments about the property and living arrangements. However, there were no allegations of domestic violence or any threats of violence. Williams explained he had shut off the power to the house, locked the electrical panel, and left. He said he returned to discover the victims had cut the lock, restored power, and placed a new lock on the panel. That led to the argument that led to Williams fatally shooting both victims. The 47-year-old said he was attacked, held down, and repeatedly punched in the face during the argument, but he did not have any apparent injuries that would indicate a significant physical altercation, other than some superficial scratches. Williams's criminal history includes arrests several years ago in another jurisdiction for domestic battery, child abuse, and battery on a law enforcement officer, but he was not convicted of any of those charges. The shooter was transported to the Volusia County Branch Jail after his interview with detectives. He was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and remained held with no bond.
Medical, I think I killed my mommy.
A Las Vegas woman called 911 and calmly confessed to killing her mother.
Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Medical, I think I killed my mommy.
What's your address? Why do you think you killed your mom?
Because I did. I murdered her.
How did you do that?
Yeah. I broke the table on her head and I broke it.
You did what with the table? Can I get medical? Medical 8759? Where are you?
I'm at my mom's house. I'll give you the address.
You said...
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do to her?
I killed her.
How did you kill her? You said something about a table?
I broke the table on her head.
You dropped the table on her head?
I broke the table on her head and I cut her neck off.
And you cut what?
Her neck off.
Where are you at now?
I'm in the car in the water.
What kind of car are you in?
Around 2:30 a.m. on October 26, 2022, 28-year-old Hind Bustami made the chilling confession, but she fled the scene. First responders who arrived pronounced Afaf Hussanin dead at the scene due to multiple lacerations. 3 hours later, Hind was stopped by the California Highway Patrol in Barstow. The officer pulled her over and said she had blood on her clothing and cuts on her hands. She allegedly told detectives that she and her mother had gotten into a fight, during which Hind hit Afaf over the head with a glass tabletop, shattering it. She then allegedly admitted to using the glass table shards to stab her mother to death. Interviews with neighbors after the murder turned up footage from a Ring camera video of a Honda Accord, associated with Hind and carrying California plates, leaving the residence around 2:30 a.m. Previously, the 28-year-old had been arrested at Las Vegas's Harry Reid International Airport on August 31st after allegedly dining and dashing. They found her near baggage claim, where court documents allege she was belligerent with officers, saying she was being harassed because cops had never seen anyone as pretty as her. Additionally, they discovered a bench warrant out for her arrest tied to a misdemeanor battery case against a security guard, dating back to June 1st, 2022, during which the arresting officer wrote that she was too intoxicated to sign the citation. She had then failed to appear for an arraignment in July. The Las Vegas Police Department had responded to 12 calls for service at the mother's home that year, including 7 for family disturbances, 1 for an alleged attempt to take her life, and 1 for an alleged missing person report.
Usually 10 o'clock or later, they would just be screaming in the backyard. I could always hear the screaming and yelling, so I just try to keep to myself. And of course, shortly after, the screaming, their police presence would be involved and things would get settled down, and then a week later, it happened again.
Afaf's co-worker had also called 911 before Hind's arrest made the news to report the victim missing. Afaf previously told the caller she was scared because Hind had threatened to kill her. The 28-year-old now awaits extradition to Nevada to face charges of killing her mother. Euclid man Carlos Gonzalez Manjarres contacted 911 in January 2018 and confessed that he had stabbed his 58-year-old wife, Lori A. Gonzalez, with a knife. He was arrested and charged with murder.
911, where's your emergency?
I just killed my wife.
Sir, what's your address?
416 East 222nd.
416 East what?
222nd.
Okay. How did this happen, sir?
With a knife. I just killed her.
All right. Where are you at in the house now?
Inside the house.
All right. You're 416 East 222 in Euclid?
Yes.
Are you sure of the address?
Yes.
You're inside the house? Can you exit the house and do not take the knife with you?
No, I just got it in the ground.
I'm sorry?
I put it on the floor.
You did what?
It's in the floor.
Okay, I want you to exit the premise, sir. You're sure she's deceased?
Yes.
Okay, what happened, sir?
We're going through a lot lately.
Okay, and you're sure you're at this address?
Yes.
All right, is there an apartment number?
It's a house.
Okay, what is your name?
Carlos Gonzalez.
The couple had allegedly been going through some issues when he stabbed his wife, according to Manjarres. Police responded to the home in the 400 block of East 222nd Street around 11:49 a.m. on January 16th. Manjarres was arrested by police and charged with aggravated murder of his wife. His bond was set at $1 million. Manjarres reportedly underwent several psychiatric examinations since his arrest and was found incompetent to stand trial in March. In August that same year, a court filing shows that a court official contacted Cuyahoga County Jail, where he was being held, to warn them that a psychologist found Manjarres was a risk to his own safety and should be watched accordingly. The psychologist stated that the man was at risk for potential suicide and needed to be monitored to ensure that he does not cause harm to himself or others. In February 2019, Manjarrez, who was being held on the mental health floor of the jail, unleashed a horrifying attack on one of the prison nurses. In footage captured of the attack, Manjarrez is seen walking up from behind the 50-year-old nurse inside the jail and choking her. The nurse told police she was visiting inmates in the day room, a larger room outside a cluster of cells, at the time of the attack. She also stated that she believed that Manjarrez was angry with her for refusing to prescribe him sleeping pills. He was transferred to the acute ward of the mental health floor. The attack highlighted numerous security concerns for Cuyahoga County Jail as well as other prisons in the state and the county. As a result, more officers have been appointed to monitor prisoners and keep prison workers like the nurse who was attacked safe from harm. To this date, Manjarrez is yet to stand trial. James Ward contacted 911 in September 2009, confessing that he shot his wife in their Isleworth home. The millionaire developer from Florida was arrested for the second-degree murder of his wife, Diane.
Yeah, what's the emergency?
I just shot my wife.
You just what?
I just shot my wife.
Where's your wife?
She's right here on the floor. Please send somebody at 5277 Isleworth Country Club Drive.
5277 what drive?
Isleworth Country Club Drive.
Okay, the address you're not giving me is not coming up. 5277 Isleworth Country Club Drive. Firework?
Yes, Isleworth. ISLEWRTH.
Okay, what's going on there?
I just shot my wife.
You just shot your wife?
I shot my wife, yes, please. Send somebody over.
Stay on that with me. Let me add the fire department. Don't hang up.
I will.
Where's the weapon at, sir?
Orange County Fire Rescue. The address of your emergency?
44.
5277 Isleworth Country Club Drive. Hello?
I'm here. Hold on just a moment.
Oh, I thought I lost you. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's 12.
No, it's 52.
56.
Yeah, 77 Isleworth Country Club Drive.
On there.
I just shot my wife.
Okay, where's the weapon?
It's in the,
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Where, is she breathing?
No, she's dead.
Do you know that for sure?
I think so, yes.
Okay, sir, where is the weapon?
It's in the nightstand next to the bed in the master bedroom. And I'll be glad to meet the officers at the front door.
Where is your wife, sir?
She's on the floor in the master bedroom.
How old is she?
She is 1954, whatever that is. Born in 1954.
Okay, you're sure there's not breathing or?
She's dead. She's done. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sheriff's office, you're on the way?
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
I'll be in the front door. It's fine. There's no weapon. I'm fine.
Okay, so we're on our way.
Thank you so much.
Sir, you need to stand up for me. But I just
Stay on the line with the
hang up.
office, please.
I'm sorry, say again?
Sir, did you purposely do this?
No.
Or was it an accident?
It was an accident.
Stay on the phone with me. Do not hang up.
Someone. Thank you.
I'm here. Okay. And the gun is secure, sir?
I'm sorry, say again?
You do have the gun secure, correct?
Yeah, it's next to the bed in the nightstand. The gun is secured, yes. It's not a problem when the officer would show up. I'll be sitting on the front steps.
How long ago did this happen, sir?
Probably 5 minutes ago. I'm on the front steps.
You're out on the front steps?
Yeah, I'm on the front steps.
Okay.
And then on the front gate, come on the front steps, we'll go upstairs and we'll find Diane upstairs.
Yes, how old is your wife?
1954, so let's see, whatever that is now. She's 55. Yeah.
Is that the only weapon in the home, sir?
Yes, yes, I think it is. There may be one more weapon that's downstairs. I'm not certain.
Okay. What, the gun just went off, or what happened? What exactly happened?
The gun just went off.
Where was she shot at? Where's the wound?
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
This is awful. She is on the floor, and I don't know how it happened.
Where is she at in the house?
Again?
Where is she at in the house?
She's in the master bedroom upstairs.
She is in the master bedroom also?
Yes. I'm downstairs.
No, she's in the master bedroom.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
She is.
Yeah, I'm here. Stay on the phone with me, okay?
No, I'm fine. Take the sirens now. I'll get you first.
The what?
I think I heard a siren.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm here trying to turn in, I think. No, they're going past me. Yeah, they're there. They're attacking me. Tell me back up.
Did you see the deputy?
Yeah, I see lights, but they're coming back up. I come back up.
Okay. Can you step down and wave?
Well, I'll try to wave. Yeah, come back out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, guys, over here. Over here. Yeah, right in the street. You just try to get into here.
Are you still on the front step?
No, I'm walking towards the street.
Where are you walking towards?
Toward the street because it's
Okay, sir?
Oh, yeah, guys. No, I got a little phone. We're good.
Are you with the deputy?
We can hang up. We're with you.
Okay.
Okay.
But obviously I'm in the popo, and that's a problem. But let's, in the morning, please try to talk to Glenn. I just called him. He understands what's going on. And then get a hold of Liz Green as soon as you can. Thank you.
Please record your message. You have finished recording. You may hang up or press 1 for more options. To reach callback number,
Beth, hey, it's Bob. It's about 12:30 in the morning. Diane is dead. And it's a long story, but she's dead. Try to get a hold of Glenn in the morning and Liz Green. I can't get her right now, but we have to decide how to handle the kids right now. But obviously I'm in the popo, and that's a problem. But let's, in the morning, please try to talk to Glenn. I just called him. He understands what's going on. And then get a hold of Liz Green as soon as you can. Thank you.
According to authorities, Diane had been shot in the face in the couple's master bedroom during an argument over financial troubles. James Ward had claimed that his wife had taken down too much wine with her antidepressant and became aggressive. She had allegedly been holding the gun, which went off when he tried to get it away from her. As investigations continued, it became possible that the argument from that night was also connected with fraud allegations at Ward's real estate business. Police arrested Ward and charged him with second-degree murder, and he was held on a $100,000 bond. In 2011, he was convicted of second-degree murder, but in 2016, a judge called for a retrial. James E. Feldman represented Ward during his retrial, arguing that the first trial had failed to gather sufficient evidence to sustain his conviction, saying that there was no proof beyond reasonable doubt that he had, in fact, killed her. He also stated that the state had failed to rebut the possibility that Diane's death was accidental. During the retrial, Sarah Ward, daughter of Diane and James, begged the judge to set her father free since he had spent 6 years in prison unfairly. His conviction was overturned and replaced with a charge of manslaughter. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. The 6 he had already spent would be credited. After admitting to trying to murder his wife, the next caller insisted on smoking a cigarette before being arrested.
No.
911.
Just a minute, please.
You need police or ambulance there?
Yes, ma'am. This is serious.
Okay. Do you need police or ambulance?
Would you shut up and listen to me for a second? I'm trying to get you on my speakerphone so I can hear you. And yes, ma'am, this is serious.
Okay.
Oh, stupid phone. Ma'am, I will call you back.
Do you need the police or an ambulance there?
Yeah. I will call you back.
What is your name?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, can I help you?
My name is Charles Hendricks Foster. And I am about ready to kill my wife.
What's your address?
This is not a joke. Shut up and listen to me.
Okay, first I need your address and then I'll shut up.
Shut up and listen.
I'm not kidding, ma'am. I deserve to go to jail for murder. I want to kill her.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Oh.
Tell me your name again.
Pardon me, ma'am?
Your name?
Oh, my name is... How stupid can you people get? My name is Charles Hendricks Foster.
How do you spell your name?
I'm giving you my name. You want my address?
Yeah. What street?
You have that? You send a cop out here right now. Please.
Okay.
I want to hurt this woman real bad.
What's her name?
Pardon me, ma'am?
Yes.
Whatever. Come on, lady. At least talk to me.
I'm trying to help you, but I'm having a hard time hearing everything that you're saying. Your phone has kind of an echo. Have you been drinking? Your phone has an echo. Have you been drinking?
My phone has an echo.
Yeah. Have you been drinking or using any?
Nothing about that.
Okay. Have you been drinking or using any drugs?
Okay. What would you like me to do?
Answer the question. Have you been drinking or using any drugs?
No.
Okay. Where is your wife right now?
She's sitting right next to me.
Okay. What's her name?
Jill, of course.
Have you done anything to physically hurt her yet?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
What have you done?
I punched her in the face because I really want to kill her right now because she's a f***ing drunk.
Okay.
No, we have not been drinking. We have not been anything. She's just, I'm crazy. Whatever you want to call it, I'm crazy. I don't care. I want her dead. You understand that, ma'am?
I do. I'm getting you help.
I want her dead.
I understand, and I'm getting you help. Do you have any weapons in your home?
Pardon me, ma'am?
Do you have any weapons in your home?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm having trouble understanding you.
Okay.
Do I have a what in my home?
Like a gun?
You know what? Just send a f***ing cop out here and let it go with that. Bye-bye.
Hey, sir.
Huh?
Hi. It's 911.
Hello?
Hi, it's 911. You disconnected, and I just wanted to talk.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble understanding you.
Okay.
Just hang on.
Okay.
Are you with the police department?
I work at the 911 center.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Send a cop out here before I kill my wife.
Okay. I don't want you to do that. So I want to... is there any way that you can go outside to wait for police?
I don't have time for games. Just send a police officer or two out here because I'm really pissed off at my wife.
Okay.
And I want to hurt her.
Sir?
No. Do you understand my request?
I understand, and you listen to me now, okay? I'm sending police talking to me. The police are on their way.
Oh, good.
Okay? And when you talk, sir, I have questions to ask you. Does anyone there need an ambulance?
What do you want to know?
Does anyone there need an ambulance?
Pardon me?
Do you need an ambulance?
No, I don't know what you're saying, ma'am.
Medics? Do you need medics?
It's very simple. It's very simple.
Okay.
Listen to me very carefully.
Will you go outside and talk to the police there? I'm listening to you.
I want to hurt my wife. I don't want to hurt anybody else.
Okay, will you go outside to talk to the police, please?
Listen to me. All I want is an officer or two, whatever it takes, to come down here to my apartment, my address, and arrest me. Me.
I know.
My wife. Shut up and listen. I just want to be away from this woman.
Yeah. So I heard what you said.
You understand that now?
Yes. I want for you to go outside to talk to the police so then you can accomplish your goals.
Me too. Bye.
Bye.
On the afternoon of March 6, 2015, police responded to the second-story apartment and could hear the man, Charles Hendricks Foster, yelling inside. Suddenly, he burst out the door smoking a cigarette. As he leaned on the railing of the second-story balcony, officers noticed blood on his nose and wrist. He told them he was tired of his wife, so he hit her. Foster smelled of alcohol. He said he just wanted to finish his cigarette before he went to jail. The Bellingham Herald police found his wife, 58-year-old Gail Corris, on the couch. She was leaning back, staring up at the ceiling, taking short breaths. She held the right side of her chest where she'd been stabbed. A knife and traces of blood were in the kitchen sink. Corris survived the 3-inch stab wound that nearly pierced her lung. She could have died without emergency medical aid. Meanwhile, Foster told the detective he'd beaten and stabbed his wife because, in his words, she is a drunk and a loser. At times, he said he wanted her dead. Other times, he said he didn't actually want to kill her, but that hopefully he did hurt her. However, the man showed no remorse for the attack. Foster said he was mad at Corris because she'd brought alcohol into the home and alcohol was ruining their marriage. He said he'd had 2 drinks of rum. That afternoon, a breath test at the county jail gauged Foster's blood alcohol content at .232. In Washington state, the legal limit to drive is .08. Corris and Foster had been married for a little over a year. They moved to Ferndale about 2 weeks before the stabbing. Corris told police that at first the marriage had been good, but Foster would get mean when he drank. She filed for divorce in May 2015. Foster had one other domestic violence conviction in Washington state for assaulting a roommate in April 2013 in Pierce County. That woman said Foster pulled a gun on her as he illegally tried to evict her. He pleaded guilty to reduced misdemeanor charges and, for that crime, served about a week behind bars. On July 16, 2015, he pleaded guilty to attempted murder for stabbing his wife and was sentenced to 10 years in an eastern Washington prison. In November 2013, a harrowing murder-homicide took place when Lisbon man Lee Tolson fatally shot his 20-year-old ex-wife Holly Tolson. He reported his crime to 911, but when officers arrived, he shot himself in the head.
Police Department, Middleton, how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to report a homicide.
A what?
Homicide.
A homicide?
Yeah.
Where at?
Corner of Burt and, Arch. I'm the hospital. The old hospital.
The old hospital?
Yep.
Okay, who are you?
I am the person that killed her.
Who did you kill, sir?
My ex-wife, Holly A. Tolston.
You're at the old hospital?
I'm behind the old hospital.
Behind the old hospital. Where is she at?
She is here next to the waste management dumpster, right where I am.
Waste management next to behind the whole...
Corner of Burt and I don't know the Arch.
You killed your girlfriend?
My ex-wife.
Your ex-wife?
Yes.
She's laying beside the dumpster.
I covered her with a blue sheet.
Emergency room entrance. Which part of the old hospital are you by, sir?
Behind, if you figure the main road's out front, then call the back behind, that's where I'm at.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. You're behind where?
The old hospital, the one that's shut down.
Yes, sir. Okay, your name?
Lee Marlon Polston. 12/30/1981. What else you want to know?
12:30. Okay. We got somebody coming, sir, for you.
I do have a handgun, and I am planning on killing myself.
Oh, sir, don't do... He said he code 30, handgun. Code, sir, why would you want to do that? Can you please put the gun down?
It's in my pocket. I'm not actively holding it.
You're actively holding that?
I said I'm not actively holding it.
You're not. Okay. Okay, you're not. It's in your pocket. Okay.
It's Taurus 45.
Oh, his name?
Handgun. There are 5 remaining bullets left in it.
Yes, he's there. Affirmative. Okay, Lee, spell your last name again.
Toalston.
Palston. Okay. Sir, what are you wearing? Lee? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Several days prior to the crime, Tolston had taken a plea deal in Alliance Municipal Court where he would be liable to pay a $100 fine and spend 3 days behind bars for reportedly lying to city police and filing a child endangering charge against his ex-wife about a month before. Lee had reportedly confronted Holly at her Burt Avenue home, shot her, and carried her less than a block away. Police arrived at the scene, a parking lot at the corner of Arch Avenue and College Street, and found the deceased Holly Tolston with multiple gunshot wounds next to a dumpster, covered with a blanket. They also found the fatally injured 31-year-old Lee Tolston, who was airlifted to Akron General Hospital and placed on life support. He was pronounced dead hours later after being removed from life support. There is no information on where the previously mentioned children are, but it is presumed that they are in relatives' care. In the early hours of April 17, 2009, multiple family members woke up to blood-curdling screams at 6:44 a.m. Hoffman Estates police got a call from a distraught woman who said her family had been stabbed. The events leading up to this horrific incident showed the rocky relationship between the victim and the killer.
911, where do you need assistance?
I need an ambulance for somebody just come quick to
what address?
1035 North Bluebonnet.
Okay, 1035 North Bluebonnet in Hoffman Estates?
A lot of blood loss. It's north.
Okay, who's hurt?
My mom and my sister and my boyfriend.
What happened?
It's kind of a long story, and I just need somebody to get here quick, please.
Do not hang up with me. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, I need you to calm down, okay? Tell me exactly what happened. Ma'am? I need you to tell me exactly what happened, okay?
Hello?
Hello, what's happening over there?
It already happened.
What's happening?
Hello?
Hello? What is your name, sir?
I'm losing. I'm really losing.
Who's the girl? Can you put her back on the line?
Laura tried to stab me.
Who tried to stab you?
He took the knife from me.
Okay.
And she stabbed me in the arm.
Hold on a second, all right?
I fought for the knife. He took the knife from me.
Who stabbed you, sir? Sir, who stabbed you?
Hello?
Who stabbed him?
My sister did.
Where's your sister now?
I don't know.
Where is she, ma'am?
She's on the floor.
She's on the floor? How did she end up on the floor? Okay, ma'am, I need you to take a deep breath. Tell me exactly how she ended up on the floor. Okay, ma'am, what is your name?
Her name is Amanda Englehart.
That's the girl's name I was just talking to?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is DeAndre Howard.
DeAndre? Mr. Howard?
Amanda Englehart is my fiance. We're getting married this summer.
Okay, and...
In the backyard.
Uh-huh.
I won't make it.
You will make it, sir. Just tell me you've got help on the way, all right? Listen, Andre, was it her sister that stabbed you?
Yes.
Where is she right now?
We were fighting for the knife, and I stabbed her. She's not talking.
She's not, okay, so she stabbed you and you stabbed her?
Yes.
Okay, are you and her the only two that are hurt?
No, her dad.
Where's her dad?
He's dead.
He's dead?
Dead.
Okay, hold on a second, sir.
I'm dying.
Okay, Andre, you just stay with me on the phone, all right?
Sally. Miley. I'm cold. I'm so cold.
Okay, Andre, what exactly happened? How did this start?
She wrestled me for the knife, stabbed me in my arm.
Uh-huh.
My right bicep, you gotta.
Oh, yeah, Andre, you still with me? Andre? Hello, Andre? Andre, you there? Hello?
Yeah. Hello, I think they're at the door.
Okay, go to the door. Stay on the phone with me. Go to the door, okay?
Okay.
Do not hang up with me. Go to the door.
Okay. I'm going to go to the door. I have to listen in. I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Are you with the police right now?
I'm walking to the door.
Okay. Where is this knife at right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, they're not here yet.
They're not? Okay.
Here yet.
All right.
I hear them.
What is your name?
Amanda?
Okay, Amanda, look, you're doing real good, all right? What's going on with Andre?
He's stabbed in the arm really bad.
Yeah, well, what's happening with him right now? You just stopped talking to me.
He keeps going kind of in and out.
Is he only stabbed in the arm, or is he stabbed elsewhere?
He's only stabbed in the arm, I think.
Okay, what's going on with the father?
I think he's dead.
Where is he in the house? Where is he in the house?
He's in the den.
He's in the den with Andre?
Yeah.
And your sister?
They're all in the den.
They're all in the den, okay.
Their grandma's in the kitchen.
Okay, are you hurt at all?
No.
Okay, you're not hurt, okay.
Okay, Stephen, stop.
Okay, all right. Just stay on the phone with me until the police are talking to you, okay?
Okay. I don't see any ambulance.
What's that?
I don't see any ambulance.
They're on the way.
Okay.
All right, the police are going to speak to you first, okay? The ambulance is on the way, all right?
There's over here. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, then.
Okay, talk with the police, Amanda, okay? All right.
The previous night, the woman argued with her fiancé and had taken their 8-month-old baby to her parents in Hoffman Estates, 30 miles northwest of Chicago. In the early hours of the morning, she awoke to find her fiancé holding a knife and accusing her of infidelity. He then proceeded to turn the house into what prosecutors later described as a house of horrors. The woman on the line was 21-year-old Amanda Engelhardt, and the perpetrator was 25-year-old DeAndre Howard. After meeting at a party, the couple had been together for 3 years, but their relationship was tumultuous because of DeAndre's paranoia that Amanda was cheating on him. On the morning of the murders, DeAndre had followed Amanda to her parents' house where the couple had continued arguing. She then fell asleep and awoke to the beginning of a nightmare. DeAndre was standing by her side with a knife. He ordered Amanda and her mother Shelley to sit back to back in the den and proceeded to tie them up with Shelley's blue yarn. The 25-year-old, who had a history of mental health problems, then went upstairs and woke up Amanda's sister, Laura, who was also taken to the den and tied up. Saying that he wanted to talk, DeAndre put the knife down and united 18-year-old Laura, who grabbed the blade and stabbed him through his arm. A desperate struggle for the knife then ensued. When the attacker got hold of the knife, he repeatedly stabbed her in the chest. When Laura and Amanda's mother began to scream, he turned his attention to her, stabbing her 4 times in the chest, the upper abdomen, and pelvis. The Engelhardts were a close-knit family. Amanda's maternal grandmother, Marlene Gassick, also lived in the home. She was awoken by her daughter and granddaughter's screams and made her way downstairs to investigate. Sadly, the 73-year-old great-grandmother didn't stand a chance against DeAndre when he approached her with a knife in the kitchen. Her screams then woke up 57-year-old Alan Engelhardt, Amanda's father. He, too, came downstairs and was killed in his own kitchen. DeAndre tore the phone from the wall so Amanda couldn't call for help. He paced between the den and the kitchen, leaving a trail of bloody footprints and apologizing for what he had done, saying the demons had gotten him. The attacker, who had complained that Amanda's family would never accept him, lay down next to her younger sister and apologized. Laura, lying on the floor and bleeding from the injuries he inflicted, forgave him. Eventually, the killer allowed Amanda to make the 911 call. When officers arrived at the scene, Marlene and Alan's bodies had been moved to the den, which was where they found DeAndre lying between Amanda and Laura. When a police officer asked Laura who stabbed her and her family, she said Dre. Her mother said the same to a paramedic. When the officer asked who Dre was, DeAndre said it was him and that Laura had stabbed him first. When asked if this was true, Laura answered yes. Her eyes fell shut and she stopped talking. Laura managed to hold on through the ambulance ride but passed away not long after arriving at the hospital. One of Shelley's multiple wounds pierced her heart and another punctured her lung, but, miraculously, Amanda's mother survived. Amanda and the couple's daughter were unharmed. Her brother, Jeff, was away at college at the time. DeAndre had been arrested for an outstanding traffic violation and released on bond just hours before he tore the family apart. Besides that, he hasn't shown any signs of violence and was arrested again. This time, there was no chance of being bailed out. He was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and unlawful restraint. DeAndre testified in his defense and claimed to have voices in his head telling him to torture and murder his ex-fiance's family. His public defender tried an insanity defense, with mental health experts testifying that he suffered from schizoaffective and personality disorders. However, they didn't go as far as saying that he was insane at the time of the killings. The prosecution said this defense was ridiculous. There was evidence that DeAndre had tried to clean up the crime scene. He had pulled out the phone line and first told police he was acting in self-defense. The prosecution argued that these were not actions of an insane man and said the attacks were because of his anger and jealousy regarding Amanda. The jury took just 98 minutes to reject the insanity defense. DeAndre avoided the death penalty, which was legal in Illinois at the time, and was sentenced to 3 life sentences, which Amanda's family wanted. Her brother Jeff said the verdict brought the remaining members of the family incredible relief. In an interview with the media after the sentencing, this was their reaction.
I would say he took away 3 great people. If he doesn't, I don't know how he feels. I don't know if he feels regret for us or who he may feel sorry for, but he should feel sorry for his daughter that they would be in her life. And now I hope he can focus on changing himself. He's got a long life ahead of him. It's not too late to change.
After the horrific events of April 17th, Amanda, her mother, and her daughter moved back into the family home. The den was completely remodeled and was used for storage. Shelley Engelhardt, who lost her husband, mother, and daughter, showed incredible strength and said they had to become a new type of family, the new Engelhardts. In the following call from March 23, 2013, 48-year-old Tracy Scott from Salem City in Utah coldly tells police that after fighting for 2 weeks, he had shot his wife dead.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
455 East 300 South.
Repeat the address for verification.
455 East 300 South, Salem, Utah.
Salem?
Yep.
What's the phone number you're calling from? Okay, that's what I'm showing. What's the problem? Tell me exactly what's happened.
There's been a shooting.
Okay, who was shot?
My wife was shot.
Was it self-inflicted?
No.
Who shot her?
I did.
Do you still have the weapon?
Yes, I do.
Is she awake?
No, she's dead.
What is your name?
Tracy.
What's your last name?
Scott.
Where's the gun right now?
In my hand.
Can you put it down?
I don't know yet.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a 45.
Is it a handgun?
Yes.
Okay, Tracy, can you put that down for me? Let me get some help to you.
I don't know yet. Okay?
How come you...
I had 2 children that I just totally destroyed their lives. They're not even here.
Is there anyone else at the house with you?
No. Nope.
Okay, did you guys get in a fight or what happened?
We've been fighting for the last 2 weeks, so I was really straight.
Okay, where did you shoot her at?
In the bedroom. She got off the phone with her mother complaining about me, telling me how she's tired of it and this and that. And
Tracy, what part of her body did you shoot her?
I don't remember.
Can you go in and see if she's conscious?
She was going to take it. No, she was going to take a picture of me, and it just went off.
Okay, Tracy, can I have you go in there and see if she's conscious? See if we can help her, okay? Can you do that for me?
No, she's dead. She's not moving.
Can you go over there by her?
No.
How old is she?
38. 37.
And you are sure she's beyond any help?
Yes, okay, SWAT's here.
Tracy, stay on the phone with me for a second, okay? What's your phone number?
Tell them not to come in.
Tracy Scott and his wife, 45-year-old Teresa Scott, had a history of domestic violence. The fight that had escalated to murder had been over some motor oil Tracy Scott had spilled on the driveway. He said his wife was going to take a picture of him and the gun just went off. Police responding to the call around 7 p.m. found Mr. Scott standing outside his house yelling that he had shot his wife and she was dead. He briefly went back inside the house before coming back out and followed the instructions of officers to put his hands up and get down on the ground. Tony Scott was crying uncontrollably as he was arrested and said that he just snapped. Teresa Scott was pronounced dead at the scene. She had been shot 3 times. One shot had hit her in the mouth, and the fatal shot had struck her chest. There was one gun at the foot of the bed and another on the floor by the door. The safe where the guns were usually kept was open. Tracy Scott was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. His defense attorneys claimed he had felt threatened by his wife and attempted an extreme emotional distress defense and pushed for Scott to be convicted of manslaughter rather than murder. During his trial, he testified that Teresa was crouched by the bed next to the open gun safe. He said when she shouted at him, he grabbed his gun from the safe and shot her. But this account didn't match the murder scene. Teresa had been unarmed when she was killed, and she was found sitting in the bed with her knitting on her lap and her cell phone in her hand. And Tracy's teenage son even testified against his father. He told the court that his father had previously tried to run down his mother while in his Dodge Durango SUV. The jury deliberated for about 8 hours before coming to the conclusion that Tracy Scott hadn't been suffering extreme emotional distress and was guilty of murder. Tracy Scott was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. A Melbourne man slashed his 23-year-old wife to death after finding out that she was having an affair. On January 9, 2015, 000 received a call from a rather calm-sounding 29-year-old, Parminder Singh, asking for emergency services to pick up his wife's body. He told the operator that he had found out that his wife had cheated on him and that she was dead. It was later found that she had been slashed with a meat cleaver 35 times in the neck, abdomen, arms, and face.
What's happened? Why do you need police?
What happened is, I love my wife so much, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, if you're cheating on me, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
She said, no, that's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been cheating on me.
So what do you need the police to do tonight?
Oh, well, you're going to come and collect the dead body?
What do you mean, collect the dead body?
I killed her.
What's her name?
Nikita Chopra.
Right, give me 1 second. What's your name?
Parminder Singh.
How do I spell it? Your first name?
G-A-R.
G-A-R?
Oh, B-A-R?
Paris, P-A-R-M-I-N.
Yep.
D-E-R.
And your phone number, is that the one you're calling off?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and what did you say your wife's name was?
Nikita Chopra.
Is Nikki N-I-C-K-I?
K-I-T-A, that's right.
K-I-T-A. Nikita, oh sorry, and what's her surname?
Chopra, C-H-A-W-W-L-A.
What's her date of birth?
21, 6, 1991.
Okay, and what's your date of birth, please?
14/12/1985.
1985.
Can you tell me if you kill someone, how long the prison sentence for?
I don't know. The police will be able to give you that information, okay?
How long they're going to be on?
They'll be there as soon as they can. Okay?
I'm very scared.
Do you have any weapons on you?
I had one big knife which I used to cut her throat.
Do you still have the knife?
I do have it, but I'm not holding it. It's sitting on a bed. You can call me before you come. I'll come outside, putting my hand.
All right, hang on. Just calm down for me, okay?
In the air, and you can arrest me.
Have you had any drugs or alcohol?
No. Only drug I have, I love her so much, that's the only drug I have.
Okay. Do we need ambulance as well?
Well, you need to collect the dead body. So, yes, you do need that.
Okay. What's your phone number, mate?
My phone number?
Yep.
So I'm calling from that. That's 0430 271 032.
Okay.
I'm having anxieties and stuff. I don't know. So that's why my wife was telling me. I've been having that for a long time. Been seeing doctor as well.
Okay. Have you been diagnosed with any mental health concerns or anything like that?
I had issues in the past. I had anger anxiety before. Then, mainly anger anxiety.
Anger and anxiety?
Anger anxiety. Oh.
Anger anxiety. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
What's your name?
I can't give you my name. I'm call taker number 2.
Okay.
Okay?
No worries. Can you tell me when to come outside?
The police will be out there as soon as they can. Can you just stay on the line with me?
On the way?
Just don't hang up, okay? The police have already been notified. They'll be out there as soon as they can. I just need you to stay on the phone. I'm just going to have a quick chat with my supervisor.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, just stay on the line.
Hello, you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. So she's been cheating on you? Or she had been cheating on you?
Yeah, she has been cheating. I just found out today, and I think my anxiety took over, and then I lost it because I'm having anger anxiety.
Mm-hmm. And who told you about your wife been playing up?
Huh?
Who said that your wife has been playing up?
I've seen a message on her phone and everything. It's been happening for a long time, sir.
So you found a message on the phone?
Yeah. Because the thing is that I was a really player before, and she teach me like what the real life is and what true love or everything. And after 4 years after marriage, she's telling me, I'm not feeling anything about you anymore. I said, I did tell her, if you got anyone else, let me know. I'll help you to go through, you know what I'm saying? I can't be, if you're not going to keep me in the loop, I can't do anything. And she didn't do that. And that kills me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think I couldn't control myself, and I hold a big knife and keep hitting her till she stopped breathing.
Where is she now?
She's in our bedroom. I don't think she's breathing now. I don't know.
Do you want to go and check on her?
I don't want to go inside, sir. I'm getting scared because I did a stupid mistake. And can you send the cops, please, or you're not going to do that?
Yeah. Police on their way.
Because I just want to get arrested, and I want to live the rest of my life in prison because I think that's my destiny was.
Nikita Chopra was a talented dancer and choreographer who had completed her final exams at Monash University for her performing arts degree the previous year in 2014. The couple had married secretly in 2011 when Singh was in India, but by 2015 their relationship had deteriorated, and friends of the victim reported that she had told them she had been looking for somewhere else to live. Singh reportedly became suspicious of her behavior in the weeks leading up to the incident, and he checked her phone messages one night when she was asleep. He discovered photographs of a bearded man who he later found out was the work colleague that his wife was having an affair with. Singh reported to police that he had suffered from anger anxiety in the past, and that he became angry and could not recall what happened next. She was breathing heavily and she was bleeding, and I was like, why am I holding a knife and why is she sick? He had told the police. In December of the same year of her death, Nikita's family saw some justice when Parminder Singh was sentenced to 22 years in prison with eligibility for parole after 17 years. Nikita's brother, Tarang, reported a shocking call made by Nikita to police just 2 months before her death, reporting that her husband was waving around a knife at home and that she did not know what to do. The 23-year-old dancer was described in court as a vivacious, creative, and brave young woman who was achieving her dreams when she was snatched away from them. 5 years later, a letter was published by Sunila Chawla, her mother, describing her parents' tremendous pain, suffering, and sleepless nights. She also spoke out about gender-based violence, stating that men are often the last to be blamed for their aggression. Grotontown grapples with a shocking quadruple murder by a 22-year-old college graduate from Maine, who bludgeoned his own mother, grandparents, and caretaker to death in September 2017.
911, recorded line.
Yes, I'm calling for 42 Common Street. My name is Wagner Alcocer. Yep. We have a young guy, about 20 years old, completely naked with mud. He's a little bit crazy, and he keeps saying that he murdered 4 people. We don't know who he is. Okay. I made him sit in the backyard. He's just sitting in a chair, but he needs help.
Stay on the line with me. Don't hang up, okay? Hold on one second. We got into the units. You can head over to 42 Common Street. I believe it's going to be a psychiatric issue. I got a male party, no clothing on, covered in mud, yelling at somebody at a house at 42 Common Street.
Give me a towel, honey. A towel.
Okay, sir. I have them on the way. I'm just going to stay on the line with you while they're on the way. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give the kid a towel.
I wouldn't go anywhere near him.
Okay.
Do not go anywhere near him.
Okay, that's fine. I'm looking it through the window. He's sitting in the backyard.
That's fine. Just let him sit there. Just let me know if he goes anywhere. 42 Common Street, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Did you say anything?
Did I? I'm talking to my police units.
Oh, sorry.
Receive. Be advised, we have several calls, I think, in this matter. I know. I got another one on the other line, the same thing. Sir, I'm just going to put you on hold for 1 second. Don't hang up, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, my officer should be out at your address, sir. If you can just confirm that he's there.
He is here. He's sitting in the backyard.
No. Can you confirm that my police officer is there?
Hold a second. Not yet.
42.
Yeah, you watch him a second.
That's a permanent. He should be out in the driveway, sir.
Nope, there's nobody in the driveway. 42 Common Street in Groton.
That's what I just told him.
Nope, there's nobody here. I'm right in the driveway looking to the street.
116, a reporting party should be in the driveway.
Yeah, I see the police officer.
All right, sir, I'm going to hang up with you.
Okay.
All right, thank
you. Bye.
Orion Krause, a recent college graduate and talented jazz musician, became an accused murderer when he reportedly used a baseball bat to kill his 60-year-old mother, Elizabeth Buffy Krause, as well as his grandparents Frank Darby Lackey III and Elizabeth S.U. Lackey, who were both in their late 80s. He also allegedly killed the 68-year-old caretaker, Bertha Mae Parker, who had been looking after his grandparents. His grandparents and mother were found dead inside the house, and Bertha Mae Parker had been found outside. According to detectives, Krause's mother, Elizabeth, had frantically called police one day prior to the incident reporting concerns about her son, who had left their Rockport home. The following morning, she had managed to make contact with her son, who told her that he was in the greater Boston area and asked if she would come get him. The original plan was for the two to return to their Rockport home, but the decision was made to visit Orion's grandparents in Groton before going home. Krause allegedly appeared at Wagner Alcocer's home, which neighbored the Groton home, naked and muddy, confessing that he had killed 4 people. The people of the quiet town of Groton held a weekend vigil in honor of the lost members of their community, with police watching over them. Townspeople expressing their shock as Groton had not had a murder in over 20 years. Today, we face the reality that violence has come to our community in a particularly painful way. Reverend Elia Kemmler said, 4 people are dead, 2 of them elderly, killed by a young man who was known and loved by them. We do not understand this. Krause allegedly appeared unfazed in court, where it was announced that he would undergo a psychiatric evaluation at Bridgewater State Hospital, and was also being held without bail. Aidan Kaczynski, an old friend of the killer, reported shock and disbelief at hearing the news, stating his heartbreak over the charges against Krause. He described him as a passionate jazz drummer and mild-mannered all around. Many others described him as a kind and gentle person. As of April 2021, a trial has been tentatively set for September and will be held at Middlesex County Superior Court in Lowell, Mass. It is yet to be determined whether Krause will be deemed criminally responsible and sentenced to life in prison, or found not guilty by reason of insanity and committed to a mental institution. An Ohio man and former police officer called 911 in April 2016 and confessed to the operator that he had just shot and killed his wife over a domestic dispute only days after his 57th birthday.
Dispatcher West.
The address is 3922 Apple Tree Court.
I'm sorry, 3922. What's the street name?
Apple Tree, one word. Court.
In Corrine Township?
Yes.
Okay, what can I help you with?
I just shot and killed my wife.
Okay, what's your name?
Jeff, Jeffs.
Your last name?
Hawkins, Hawkins.
What's your telephone number, Jeff? Okay, and you said you just shot and killed your wife?
Yes.
Okay. Are you still armed with the knife or with the gun?
It's on the sink. I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm a former police officer. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay. Is she still breathing or conscious and able to talk?
No.
Okay.
She's
okay. Where is she at in the house? And where are you at in the house?
She's laying on the floor here, and I'm in the kitchen.
You said
I'll open the front.
You said she's where?
The front door. She's on the ground by the back door.
Outside?
No, inside.
Okay.
In fact, I'm stepping outside now, and I'll sit on the front stoop. And guns in the kitchen on the counter.
Okay. When they get there, what I'm going to need you to do is put your hands up so they can see your hands.
Yeah.
So they know you're not armed. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been a police officer.
Okay.
I'm not there's no problem.
What exactly happened, or how long ago did it occur?
She took all the money out of our bank account on my birthday on Saturday, and you guys were out here a couple times. And she was, I don't know, she was gone. And when I came home, she was here, and she just wouldn't talk to me, and she just kept saying, talk to my lawyer, and I don't know. It just happened. I never wanted to do anything.
I'm trying to fix it for me, okay, Jeff?
I know. I'm all right. I'm not all right. God, I can't. God, forgive me. God.
I'm just going to stay on the phone with you till the police get there, okay?
Yeah, I hear sirens already.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How long ago did it happen?
What?
How long ago did you shoot her?
Just now when I called you.
Okay, so it's only
right before.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay. Where did you shoot her at?
I don't know. I don't know. It's multiple times. I really don't.
You don't know how many times?
No.
Okay. And you guys are the only ones at the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of gun was it?
.40 caliber SIG.
Do you still hear the sirens coming?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no
Oh, here's your
animals
first.
or dogs
Here's your,
or anything
yeah.
like that? Okay.
Here's your first car. Here's your second car.
Okay. I'm going to have you hang up with me because I want you to be able to show them that you have nothing in your hands, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
According to authorities, Jeff Hawkins graduated from Chicago Police Academy and served as a police officer in a suburb of Chicago. He also reportedly worked as a private security consultant. Hawkins reportedly shot his 59-year-old wife, Joanne, in their Coleraine Township home as a result of an argument the couple was having over her allegedly taking all his money out of his bank account the previous Saturday on Hawkins' birthday. Hawkins stressfully reported on the 911 call that his wife was on the ground near the back door and that he had shot her multiple times with a .40 caliber weapon. He stated that he did not know how many times he had hit her. Hawkins surrendered peacefully and was held in Hamilton County Jail on a $3 million bond. The judge refused to lower this bond as authorities had been called to the home previously, according to police reports, and Hawkins was charged with a battery. Statements from Joanne's sons, Bo and Zach Hart, say that they had long suspected mental abuse in the relationship and claim they had been scared and that they know what he's capable of. Hawkins accepted a plea deal in 2017 and was sentenced to 20 years in prison for murder. I am sorry. I do not know what happened. At some point, hopefully, you can forgive me. In May 2015, a distressed Rossford man, Daniel Lambert, called emergency services and told a Lucas County EMS dispatcher that he found his wife on the garage floor, saying she's bleeding really badly. But the truth was that he didn't find her like that at all.
Lucas County EMS. Toledo transferring me out of county to Riverside. Thank you. We have it as 411 Riverside in Rossford, is that correct?
Yes. My wife's on the garage floor. She's bleeding bad everywhere.
Listen, I can give you instructions, but I need you to stay with me, okay?
Okay.
How old is she?
51.
Okay. And do we know how she got on the floor?
Do not. I just walked out in the garage and here she was. Yeah, they have it, yeah.
Is she awake at all?
She's breathing, but there's nothing to her. She's just breathing. There's no anything.
All right. Listen, she's breathing. That's the important thing, okay? Where is she bleeding from?
I can't tell. Her head looks to be like she hit her head or something.
Okay.
There's a big bump.
All right. Is she on her stomach? Is she on her back?
On her back.
Okay. We don't want to move her, okay? How old is she?
Don't move her. It's 51. Oh, God. Oh, God.
All right. What I want to do is I want to monitor her breathing, okay?
Okay.
What I want you to do is I want you to say now every time she takes a breath.
All right. No. 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 No.
Okay. Listen, her breathing rate right now is normal, okay?
Okay.
And we want to monitor that, all right?
Okay.
That's the most important thing is her breathing. All right?
Okay.
I understand she's
There's
still
blood
out.
everywhere.
I understand she's still out, okay? And they're en route to you, okay?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Can't they wake up? What?
All right. Now, it's most important, I don't want you to move her, okay? We're not sure what happened to her, and we don't want to cause her any more injury, okay?
Okay. I won't.
Let me confirm, you're 411 Riverside in Rossford, right?
Right, in the colony.
Does your garage
We're in the
face
garage.
the front?
It's on the side.
Okay.
No, the side. The side. Jesus, God. Can't be.
All right.
Can't be.
Listen, you need to be strong for her right now, okay? I want you to just be reassured she's breathing normal, all right? And that's a good thing. We want to make sure that she stays breathing normal, okay?
Okay. She's still breathing.
Okay. You don't see blood coming from anywhere else, right?
No, her face is covered in it. The garage floor is covered in it. I'm covered in it. The hair. I don't know. I can't move her, so I can't tell where it's coming from.
That's okay. I don't want you to move her because if she injured her neck or anything, we don't want to jeopardize that, all right?
Okay. They're on the way.
Still unconscious.
Are they on the way?
Normal. They've been on the way since you first called.
Okay. Oh, sweetie. Sweetie. Oh, God.
Tell them we still got them on the line. Ask if they're going to call. All right. How's her breathing now? Has it changed any?
Maybe a little faster. Let me do it. It's now.
Okay. It's about the same. All right.
Is it okay?
And that's a good thing.
Where are they at?
They're on their way. Okay. I know you guys are, not terribly far, but it takes them a minute to get to the station to get to you. Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And I'm here with you, and I'm going to do everything I can to help you till they get there. Okay.
Okay. She's still breathing. It's good, right?
Yeah. That's the most important thing at this point. All right. And we don't want to do anything to try to wake her up. Don't try shaking her or moving her or anything like that. All right.
Her eyes are open, but
okay. When you say her name, does she move her eyes or blink or anything?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, sweet. No.
Is there a ladder or anything, like she was climbing on something, or?
No, she's right outside her car in the garage.
Okay. She just get home?
A little bit ago, I guess. Must have been. I've been texting her, wondering where she's at. She had an appointment with one of her people, and I came out here to do something, and there she was. God. They're right down the street. What's taking so long?
Like I said, it takes them a minute to get to the station. Okay? After 5 o'clock, they don't have somebody at the station anymore.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
How is her breathing now?
About the same. I'm sorry. Can't they wake up? Wake up! Oh my God.
not making any funny noises when she breathes, is she?
No, just like a snoring sound a little bit. Not bad.
Okay, there's no blood around her nose or her mouth, is there?
No, it just looks to be dried, what I wiped off of it.
That's what I wanted to make sure of, just, so that she's not breathing any blood in.
Blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. No, she wouldn't have gotten on the ladder. It's right there in the garage. No way that would have happened. Oh, my God. You see him yet?
Is it somebody coming in there? Is it the police or the fire?
No, that's a neighbor. No one yet.
Okay.
Rossford cops. He's usually here in 2 seconds. Come on, sweetie, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up.
Has she blinked or anything, or moved her eyes or anything?
No, they're open, but they're not moving. Or the snoring sound's getting a little worse.
Okay.
No, oh God, now she's acting like she's choking a little bit.
Okay, what I want you to do is I want to place one hand on her forehead, put the other under her neck.
Okay.
We're going to tilt her head
Gotta
back.
put the phone down.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Come right back to the phone after you tilt her head back.
Okay, I've got it tipped.
Okay, that helped that noise a little bit?
And now she's like breathing heavier or faster. Okay.
All right, but she's not making those noises, right?
She is. It's more like a moaning now.
Okay. We're just trying to fix the snoring noise, okay?
Okay.
To make sure she's got a good airway. I can hear her breathing, and that's a good thing.
You can hear, okay. Oh, my God. Sweetie. Where are they? Oh, my God.
I can't currently see them in my system because we're in Lucas County, all right? But I can tell you that we did call them, all right, and they did put people in around, all right?
Does it would have their own system, or?
Well, what happens is if you call from a cell phone, you can hit the tower across the river, and that defaults to Lucas County. But it's okay. We have the same training that they do, all right? And we'll do everything we can to help you. It doesn't matter what county or even what state you're in, all right? We'll still help you and do everything we can until crews arrive for you.
Okay. I hear something now, I think. I can't see it, though.
It's okay.
Oh, fuck.
Is she still breathing? I can't quite hear. I don't know if you moved away.
She is. Yeah, she is. I'm right. No, I haven't moved. Haven't moved an inch. I'm still holding her head.
Okay.
It's shallower, but the noise is gone.
She's still breathing now?
She is.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Hold on. Yeah, not very shallowly.
Okay.
Chill.
I'm going to stay with you and make sure that, if that changes, we can help her, okay?
Okay. Thank you for your help.
It's okay. That's what we're here for. You said you heard sirens. Are they getting closer to you?
I did hear sirens. I did hear diesels. Sweet. Oh, my God.
How's her breathing now? I can't hear her anymore.
It's shallow. She's not making the noise. It's regular, though.
Okay.
I hear people. Oh, please. They're here.
Is it the fire department or a paramedic?
It's fire and police, I guess, both.
Okay.
Paramedic, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you go.
All right,
Listen
thank
to
you.
everything. You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Officers arrived at the Eagle Point Colony neighborhood home scene to find 50-year-old Catherine Lambert lying unconscious in the garage, blood pooling at her head. She was taken to Mercy St. Vincent Medical Center in Toledo. On May 17th, Catherine died from the severe head injuries that she had sustained. According to court files, the couple had reportedly been going through marital problems stemming from an alleged affair that he had in the past, and friends of the victim had told authorities that previous arguments had become violent. Witnesses in the neighborhood had also reported hearing shouting and screaming coming up from the garage of their home on the day of her death. Although Lambert had claimed to have come home to find his wife Catherine in the state she was in, he later confessed to authorities that the two had engaged in an argument in the garage when his wife arrived home that day. During the altercation, Lambert said that he had tried to kill his wife by striking her in the back of the head with a hammer 3 times, choking her, trying to suffocate her with a towel, and then striking her in the head several more times. When she was not dead from his attempts, he tried again to suffocate her and then left Catherine alone to bleed while he went inside the home to clean it up and hide the evidence before contacting 911. In August 2016, a Wood County jury indicted Daniel Lambert on charges of tampering with evidence and the aggravated murder in the death of his wife, Catherine Lambert. He did not face the death penalty, but he was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison without parole. In her obituary, Catherine, an ovarian cancer survivor, is remembered as a woman who loved making other people smile, who had placed happiness in the hearts of many. She had sponsored multiple events in her community, including fundraisers and even sports events. The Greater Toledo event calendar showed this love for her community by showcasing her involvement. Catherine's friend, Dee Brown, said, "Anybody who could do something like this deserves justice. They deserve whatever comes to them." Alan Osterhout Jr. called 911 and informed them that he had shot and killed his wife, a St. Pete College professor, Maria Osterhout, in their Spring Hill home shortly after an argument in February 2012.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
7190 Raymond Place.
Okay, what's going on there?
I just shot my wife.
You just shot your wife?
Yes.
Okay, sir, are you in the house right now?
Yes.
Okay, why did you shoot your wife?
We had an argument. And
Okay, where's the gun right now?
it's in my drawer.
It's in the drawer.
It's back down.
Okay, is she still breathing?
No.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
Alan Osterhout.
Okay, are there any kids in the house?
No.
No kids in the house? And you put the gun in the drawer?
It is. I am done.
Okay, where are you?
I'm afraid that I have done the most heinous thing I've ever done in my life.
Okay, listen, I'm going to have the officers come there, okay?
Yes.
I don't want you to do anything else with the weapon. Can you go in the other
I'll
room?
be outside. I'm not going to resist anything.
Okay, listen, I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay?
It doesn't need to be.
Okay, well, I need to stay on the phone with you, okay? Where's your wife at?
In my bathroom. I am so sorry. It is terrible.
Okay, and you said the gun is in the bedroom in the drawer?
I have done the most heinous thing in my life. I couldn't.
Okay, sir.
Oh,
Okay, just stay on the phone with me, okay?
oh my God. I've done this. Oh my God.
Okay, just try to relax, okay? Are you going outside? Hello? Sir?
When police arrived at the home, the body of the victim was found still in her pajamas on the white-tiled floor of the master bathroom. According to authorities, she had suffered a single gunshot wound to the back of her head and died instantly. The couple had been sleeping in separate bedrooms and allegedly argued earlier that evening, but the man could not remember why. He admitted that they had previously discussed divorce due to their unhappy marriage. He later testified that he did not intentionally kill his wife, yet he remained silent about the incident for almost 2 years. The 63-year-old retired air conditioning repairman was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. After a 19-month silence, he finally testified in court before a 6-woman jury. According to Osterhout, he and his wife had indeed argued, but the two had gone to bed. During the night, he was awoken by their dogs barking and then heard a noise coming from the master bathroom. Startled, he grabbed his .38 caliber Taurus revolver and went to investigate. Upon seeing what he described as a form, he pulled the trigger and to his horror only discovered that the form was that of his wife after she had been shot. The 65-year-old St. Petersburg College professor died instantly. In September 2013, after about 2.5 hours of deliberations, the 6-woman panel convicted Osterhout of manslaughter with a firearm. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison, essentially a life sentence for a man his age.
What's the location of your emergency?
It's cancel that.
Okay, what's going on there?
I just shot my mother and my...
You shot your mother?
I committed a double homicide.
Okay, you shot your mom and who?
My nephew.
Okay. What happened?
I lost my mind.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Adrian Graham Wallace.
Okay. Do you know if they are they alive at this point?
I don't think so. I shot him multiple times.
Okay.
Just committed a murder.
Okay. Where are you right now, sir?
My home.
Okay.
What was my home.
Okay.
Wasn't going to be my home.
What did you shoot them with?
A .308 rifle.
Where is that gun now?
I threw it on the ground.
Where at?
Murderers do.
Okay. Where did you put it?
Threw it on the ground.
Okay, outside or?
It's near the homicide scene.
Okay. Where exactly is that? Is it inside the house or?
Outside.
Okay. In the back of the house or the front of the house?
In the front of the house.
Okay. And are you inside now?
I'm ready to surrender.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about this life anymore. I don't care.
Okay, well, I don't want you to do anything to yourself, okay? I don't want you to kill yourself.
Yeah, I know. You want your case.
No, sir, that's
Have
not
a case.
that's not what
Good.
I'm getting at.
Great. Fine. Wonderful.
Okay, are you inside or outside?
I'm smoking a cigarette in the garage.
Okay.
My last cigarette, I suppose.
Are you armed at all now?
I don't really respect your cops at all, but no. If they treat me with respect, I'll go ahead and be a prisoner. That's fine.
Okay, so you're not armed with any weapons any longer?
No.
Okay. Okay. Is anybody else there with you?
No.
Okay. Can I ask your date of birth, sir?
I don't remember. It's 1971, I think.
Okay. So you said that you went crazy, you had some kind of mental break?
Well, I'm going to open the garage door. I can't believe I did what I did.
Okay. I want to help you as much as I can. Okay, so whatever you
No,
need.
I did what I did.
No, I know, but anything.
People have been killed.
Okay.
It's a criminal act. I committed a crime.
Okay.
People are dead. They're not moving around.
Okay. We don't know that. We might be able to help them still.
People are dead.
Okay.
This is it.
Okay. I believe you.
Sounds like you didn't have it coming. Scumbag.
What
against me.
What brought this on?
Well, multiple repeated crimes, child abuse, like that.
Okay. Against you?
Why are you asking me this stuff? Just arrest me and throw me in a cage.
Sir, I'm sending people to come help you, okay?
Help me.
Yes, they're on the way to come help you, okay?
Hello? I just committed a double homicide.
I understand.
There's no help. You're just trying to protect your officers. Where are they? I'm surrendering.
They're coming as fast as they can, sir.
You don't do what I did and get away with it. That's against the law. I surrender. Just give me a cop, I surrender. That's how it is.
They're coming as fast as they can, I promise you that, okay?
If you're going to act like you're personally interested, I was an abused child. My scumbag family lied and lied and lied about it. And I just snapped.
Okay.
I just couldn't take the lies no more. You're tapping on your keyboard. I can hear that.
Yes, because like I told you, I'm sending officers out there to come help you, okay? And I'm trying to get them to come as fast as they can. They are driving as fast as they can right now to you. I promise you that.
Well, just kill me because I'm not going to kill myself.
Okay, we don't want to kill you either.
Yeah, you do.
No, sir, I do not want to kill you, and none of those officers want to kill you either.
Read that in the handbook or something?
No, I am serious. I'm being serious with you. I'm being dead honest with you.
What part of double homicide do you not understand?
I know that
I'm the bad guy
I know that you had to be hurting to do what you did.
I used to be the good guy. I used to help people.
I know that
now I'm the murderer. I just killed 2 people.
Okay. I understand. I understand that you have done something horrible.
Do you understand that I just killed 2 people?
Yes, I do. I'm
used to be the good guy. I used to help people. Then a bunch of so tell me about yourself scumbags discriminated against me, made me impossible to employ. These betrayed me for the last time. Part of a family that child molester scumbags.
I agree. And like I said,
yeah, 911 operator stuff.
Sir, no, that's not what I'm doing.
What you're trying to do is keep me on the phone so the cops can sneak up on me.
No, they're not going to sneak up on you.
You understand?
They're not going to sneak up on you. They know that you know. I told them that you are aware that they're coming.
In a prison cell because I don't want to do this anymore.
They're coming as fast as they can. I promise. They are not trying to sneak up on you. They know that you called.
Just give me some handcuffs and a prison cell. Shoot me in the head. Kill me.
Sir, nobody wants to kill you.
Yes, you do.
Nobody wants you dead. What has happened to you is
we'll
horrible.
do it by the process of law.
What has happened to you is horrible.
Stuff, then you'll kill me.
No, what has happened to you is horrible. What happened to your family is horrible. What happened to everybody here is horrible.
My mother's brains are on the driveway.
Okay.
Driveway I cleaned for her, and
and I know you don't feel good about that. I know you don't. They're coming as fast as they can. They are coming as fast as they can.
Well, they're being real slow because they're going to see a mess, and it's going to be a tragedy. Will somebody please just kill me?
Nobody wants to kill you, sir.
Well, I made a deal a long time ago.
With who?
With God.
Okay. What was that deal?
Help everybody I could help, and I was going to walk away from everybody I couldn't. And I broke that deal today.
In June 2012, a Lake Oswego man dialed 911 and spoke to a Clackamas County dispatcher for 20 minutes, saying he had used a .308 caliber rifle to kill his mother and nephew. Adrian Wallace said he received orders from God to attack and kill 71-year-old Sandra Sue Wallace and 16-year-old Nicholas Nick Juarez. During an interview with investigators, Wallace said he loved his mother but accused her of turning him into an alcoholic and making him dependent. He had not been employed full-time for years and said he needed her help in preparing for job interviews, but she wasn't responsive to his problems. Wallace moved in with his mother in 2009. His life at her home near Lake Oswego mostly consisted of smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, and playing video games. The shootings were triggered by a seemingly innocuous comment his nephew made to Wallace, who took it as a snub. After an explosive confrontation with his mother and Juarez, Adrian Wallace said he was certain that he would be forced to move out of his mother's home. He then shot them as they attempted to flee. Adrian Wallace admitted to killing the pair but mounted an insanity defense. Psychologist Henry Miller, who spent 50 hours interviewing Adrian Wallace, concluded he suffered from psychosis that began in childhood. Miller diagnosed Wallace with paranoid schizophrenia, saying the killer didn't know the difference between reality and his imagination. However, the killer did not mention the so-called command hallucination to detectives who interviewed him just hours after the crime. Instead, he first disclosed it 9 months after the murders. Between 1986 and 1999, Wallace was evaluated 7 times by psychiatrists or psychologists. Each time the diagnosis was similar, moderate or major depression. No one concluded Wallace was psychotic or schizophrenic. During the trial, defense attorney David Falls told jurors that murders were the act of a man who suffered a tragic psychotic break that was a long time in the making. His parents, both successful professionals, Sue Wallace was a licensed clinical social worker before she retired in 2000, divorced when he was a child. Wallace was considered a highly intelligent child but categorized in grade school as a loner. He had difficulty communicating with others, didn't fit in, and had no friends even in his adult life. Falls told the jury that Wallace was distraught after the blow-up with his mother and Juarez. He went to his room, intending to use his rifle to take his life. However, he had promised God he wouldn't. Despite the insanity plea, a Clackamas County jury took only about 12 minutes to convict Adrian Graham Wallace of 2 counts of aggravated murder and the execution-style killings of his mother, Sandra Sue Wallace, and nephew, Nicholas Brian Juarez. He was sentenced to life in prison. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.